Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So this is the second part of my one sheet wonder using the Ornate Garden Speciality DSP, and this is the one where I use my 3x4 sections, and I made these 4 cards, those pretty much following the same sort of card sketch but giving completely different looks, and then the final one I turned it on its side to give another look, and I turned the piece of DSP over. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I created these. So now I'm going to do the 4 cards that have got the 4x3 shape. So I've cut mats for them that are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, so that they've got a nice little mat round them. Again, I might change my mind and make that bumblebee. I've gone for Bermuda Bay on here so that the Bermuda Bay bit pops on that one. I'm going to put it on Whisper White. I'm going to do the same trick with the Versamark on that to give it a gold background. And then on this one, I was going to get a bit of Blackberry Bliss, and when I pulled out from my scrap I realised it was a whole card base, so I thought, well, why don't we mat it on white and stick it on the whole card base. And then I thought it needs something in the background, so I pulled out Vine Designs and the leaf, and I thought it might look quite nice with a bit of gold leafing in the background. So that is my thoughts for this. So I'm going to put some Versamark on this stamp, and bring that down like that. Thinking of going just down the one side. I may well change my mind. I'm going to see how that looks. There we go. Liking that. It's actually quite nice to stamp on Versamark, and you get that sort of tone on tone sort of look, although that's quite dark, so it's quite hard to see. So cover that in gold embossing powder, and I think that'll look quite luxurious. There we go. A bigger pot might be better. These were actually smaller than I thought they were going to be, because I got these plastic spoons specially for it, and I had to break the end off because they were a lot smaller than I thought. There we go. So then we're just going to heat that up, and we'll see what I think. It'll look quite regal. There we are. Oh yeah, I'm liking the look of that. I like it when they sort of have something in my head and then it and then it sort of works. Now I'm not sure about the white and whether or not a bit of gold would be better. I think we might need a bit of gold on that. So I'm just going to go around the edges like I did before. So I thought it might be nice to make this like a hello greeting card. So I've got my Vine Designs out. I've got my ribbon there, my Blackberry Bliss ribbon. And there's a little hello here in Vine Designs. And there's a flower there, which I thought was pretty good. Pretty good match. And there's a die with the matching die set, the flowering vine. To cut out. And I'm using a lot of things in this project, but you know, hey ho, that's why I'm doing it. There's one sheet wonder. Have a little look at your stash and see what you've got. So I'm gonna gold emboss this on some Blackberry Bliss, and I think I'm gonna gold emboss the hello on Blackberry Bliss as well. And then I thought about cutting it out, and the message dies that go with the many messages bundle, you've got lots and lots of choice there of shapes that you could use. And so I'm gonna just sort of put it on the box here so you can sort of have a little look. That one's no good, that one would fit, that one would fit, that one fits better, that one's not a bad one, quite like the shaping on that. So yeah, it's sort of a different way of looking at this die, you know, and it's really easy to just, you know, stick a little scrap of the that you've stamped on into your die cutting machine, and use one of these, and it's got like that nice little detailing of I've got a bit of card stuck in there, detailing of stitching on that one, which I quite like, but I also like that one. So I might try both. So I'm going to get those stamped and heat embossed, and then we can play with them. Okay, so those are all embossed and die cut, and those are my little hellos. And so I've got my ribbon, so I was like, oh, where should I put it? So I did think I'd go long ways because we've got the pattern going down there. So we'll go long ways, and we'll have the sentiment at the bottom, and then I just thought we'd put the flower sort of next to it on there, and I might pop it up. Thought that was quite nice, and it's either that one or that one. I think I'm going that one, like the stitching. Okay, so I'll save that for another project. I have a little jar where I put things, so we need to, seem to have mislaid my snips, so I'm going to cut that ribbon down there, and we'll stick the ribbon around this first. So I'm just going to put a bit of Stamp and Seal at either end to catch it. So when I did this, I had absolutely no idea in my head what I was going to do with this rectangle. I think it's quite nice with a little flash of colour on it. I mean, you know, a different colour. So I'll stick that down, and I'm going to put a glue dot behind where the flower's going to get stuck on, but I want to work out where that's going. I actually quite like the look of the embossed layer. It's just a different effect than it being sort of like a smooth foil sheet. It's just options, different ways of making things look. So you could pop this up on dimensionals. I'm going to stick it down because I'm going to put that up on a dimensional, And if you have 2 levels of dimensional, then you've got to send it large letter. So I'll have the pennies in my bank, please. Cost of postage is just going up and up and up. So there we go. So put that there, and that about there. Yep, so I could pop them both up, actually, couldn't I? No, just going to go for the flower. So put that there. Going to get a glue dot to go where that is. There we go. And then some dimensionals, well, just the one be enough behind that. Yeah. So that's that. It needs a card mat on the inside, a white one. I'll get that after. So that's another card finished, and then we've got a couple more, haven't we, of these rectangles. So gosh, I've forgotten about that. So I might do this one quite similar. I could do it virtually the same, but do the stamping in Bermuda Bay, and I think I've got some ribbon, so I could do that the same. So we've got like the same design going on there, and likewise with this one I could do some old olive stamping, and this one I could do the same as well. So I might do those in exactly the same way, and then we can see them in the different colours, but I'll do them off camera because you've kind of seen how they go together. Okay, so I've been away and I have done the other 3 cards. So that one I did more or less the same. I added a daisy, and I used a different, I actually used the stamp and the bit of the die that goes with it from Many Messages. That looks like that's slightly over the wrong way. It'll do. So yeah, so you can see it's amazing how, you know, quite different it looks. It's exactly the same design, just done slightly differently. And then this one, again, I've sort of stuck to the same design. That ribbon, by the way, is from the trio pack from Playing with Patterns. This is from Boho Indigo, and I've used the same flower from there. And this is a stamp from the Handmade for You. Craft has got a craft. I'm making some cards to send out to team members, so I thought that was quite cool. And that's Punch. And then the 4th one, I turned it on its side, and I did this one in landscape, and I've done a daisy again, and then I've used the Dragonfly Garden stamp set, so I just stamped that behind there and used For a True Friend, and I put that in the die for the Many Messages, and I used that one. You can see where I've used the other one, so I used that one, and then I just cut the tails off to give myself a little stitched rectangle. So it's just different ways of using different things. So yeah, I realised, look, I could have done 4 separate videos on these 4 cards, but I think you can work out how I did it after watching me do that one. I think you can see how these were put together. I've done many videos on how I make my daisies, and so yeah. So I hope you like them. I really like the way they've turned out, all quite different by just changing a few colours and the orientation and flipping it. So please look out for part 3, where I show you how I use the 2 long sort of end bits that I did, and that should be coming out on Tuesday, so do look out for that. Links to my shop down below, and this paper is reduced and it was still in stock the last time I looked. Okay, bye for now.